Doctors warn. After age 70, walk less and focus on these 5 things to protect strength and balance. As we pass the threshold of age 70, the human body begins to undergo profound changes. Activities that were once daily habits, like long walks, gardening, or climbing stairs, gradually become more difficult. Many believe that walking a lot is the key to maintaining health in old age, but modern doctors are offering a new perspective. Instead of walking more, seniors should learn to adjust their physical activity appropriately and shift their focus to more essential elements that help preserve strength and balance. One of the most common misconceptions is the belief that the more you walk, the healthier you are. However, after age 70, the musculoskeletal system noticeably weakens, muscle tissue shrinks, balance deteriorates, and bone density significantly decreases. Long-distance walking or overexertion can lead to injury, falls, and chronic pain. This is why doctors advise seniors to reevaluate their exercise routines. What truly matters at this stage is no longer the number of steps taken each day, but the quality and safety of each step. Instead of forcing yourself to meet the 10,000-step goal, it is more important to focus on maintaining muscle mass, improving balance, and preserving joint flexibility. To do this, seniors should concentrate on a few foundational factors that help maintain independence and quality of life in later years. First is building muscle strength through simple yet effective exercises. After age 70, the body is prone to muscle loss, a condition known as age-related muscle atrophy. If not properly addressed, this muscle loss reduces mobility and increases the risk of falling. Simple movements like sitting and standing from a chair, lifting legs while seated, or using light hand weights can help activate the muscles. More importantly, these exercises do not stress the joints like long walks and are safer to do in familiar environments such as at home. In addition to strength, balance is crucial in preventing falls, the leading cause of injury and disability in seniors. Exercises like senior-friendly yoga, standing on one leg for a few seconds daily, or practicing slow, controlled movements all help improve body awareness and control. The vestibular system, part of the inner ear that governs balance, also deteriorates with age, making daily practice essential to remain stable while moving. Alongside physical exercise, a proper diet is a vital pillar that nourishes internal strength. Those over 70 should focus on getting enough protein, calcium, vitamin D, and omega-3s. These nutrients directly support muscles, bones, and joints. Foods such as salmon, yogurt, chia seeds, eggs, and legumes should be regular parts of the diet. A well-nourished body recovers faster, experiences less inflammation and pain, and retains the flexibility needed for daily movement. Equally important is the role of sleep and mental tranquility. Stress, anxiety, or poor sleep quality directly impact physical health. Older adults often struggle with falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking up in the middle of the night. Prolonged sleep deprivation weakens the immune system, disrupts the circadian rhythm, and causes mental fatigue. Instead of pushing for more activity during the day, sometimes the most valuable thing is learning to relax, breathe deeply, meditate gently, and allow the mind to truly rest. A healthy body begins with a peaceful mind. Living space also plays a crucial role in maintaining balance and safety. The home should be organized to avoid clutter, slippery rugs, or stairs without railings. Simple modifications like installing nightlights, handrails in the bathroom, or using chairs with strong back support can prevent accidents. A safe environment not only helps seniors move around with confidence but also eases the worries of their loved ones. Maintaining social relationships and regular mental stimulation also significantly contributes to holistic health. Intimate conversations, brain games, learning a new skill, or simply participating in community events stimulate the brain, lift the spirit, and help older adults feel a sense of purpose. When the mind is positive, the body benefits. Strength and balance come not only from muscles but from a fulfilling life. Listening to your body is something everyone should practice at any age, but it becomes especially essential in old age. Feelings of soreness, dizziness, fatigue, or insomnia should not be ignored. They may signal the body's need for rest or adjustment. Regular health checkups, consulting professionals, and avoiding overexertion are things seniors must pay close attention to. For many, reducing physical activity may trigger anxiety over becoming weaker. But what matters isn't the quantity of movement, but its appropriateness and quality. A senior who knows how to pace themselves, train wisely, and care for their body intelligently will live far healthier than someone who overexerts without proper guidance. Adapting doesn't mean accepting weakness. It's about smartly adjusting to the natural rhythms of life. When we were young, we relied on strength to conquer. In old age, we learn to rely on subtlety, understanding, and moderation to preserve independence and a dignified life. Walking less doesn't mean stopping movement. It means transitioning into a more intentional, conscious, and sustainable phase of activity. Life after 70 is not the end. It's the most serene and profound part of the journey. In this chapter, each step, though slower, is taken with courage. Strength no longer comes from legs that never tire, but from a resilient heart and a wise desire to protect oneself. And balance is not just about bodily stability, but about harmony between body, mind, and spirit, a life art only truly appreciated through experience. From the age of 70 onwards, every health decision requires awareness, science, and adaptation. From the age of 70 onwards, every decision related to health should no longer rely solely on past habits. It needs to be rooted in awareness, scientific understanding, and suitability to a gradually changing physical condition. Not everyone can easily accept that the activities they once loved and used to do daily, like long walks or doing housework all morning, have now become burdens on the body. However, learning to let go of certain routines and replacing them with more appropriate methods is a sign of wisdom and self-mastery in old age. One crucial aspect that elderly people often overlook is the connection between the nervous system and the musculoskeletal system. As we age, signals from the brain to the body slow down, making reflexes to prevent falls or missteps less effective. That's why simple stumbles that young people easily recover from can lead to broken bones, dislocated joints, or serious injuries in older adults. It's not because they are weak, but because the body's internal safety control system is no longer as agile as before. Besides strengthening muscles and maintaining balance, one lesser-known yet important aspect is enhancing reflex capacity. Simple exercises like gently kicking a leg to the side, taking small lateral steps, or slowly turning around in a supported space can activate response muscles and help the brain stay familiar with unexpected situations. Though not commonly practiced, these exercises are highly effective in preventing accidents among the elderly. Rest and recovery time is another underestimated factor in the daily routines of many seniors. Some think that avoiding physical activity will lead to faster decline, so they constantly look for things to do throughout the day. In reality, the aging body requires twice as much recovery time as a young one. Constant movement and activity without proper rest can overload the cardiovascular, respiratory, and nervous systems. Clear warning signs include prolonged fatigue, muscle soreness, or poor sleep, symptoms that are often ignored. Rather than pushing themselves to the limit, elderly people need to learn active rest. This means resting mindfully, with a relaxed attitude and without guilt. It can involve sitting quietly observing nature, listening to soft music, reading, or even just closing the eyes for a few minutes to regulate breathing. These gentle activities are excellent for recharging energy, stabilizing emotions, and lowering blood pressure. Posture while sitting, lying down, or moving also significantly affects safety and overall health. Many elderly individuals tend to hunch over, walk slowly with small steps, but fail to maintain proper posture, leading to spinal misalignment and incorrect pressure on the hip and knee joints. Doctors recommend that seniors get into the habit of standing upright, keeping the head gently raised, and walking with short but firm steps. Proper posture not only reduces back pain but also improves balance. Another indispensable factor is a peaceful and stable living environment. Noise, constant stimulation from sound and light, or frequent environmental changes can disturb the nervous system, cause insomnia, or trigger anxiety in older people. Living spaces should be minimalist, airy, naturally lit, and equipped with supportive tools like motion sensor lights, sturdy armchairs, firm mattresses, blackout curtains, and good ventilation. Morning routines also significantly impact overall health. Starting the day with a calm mind, without rushing, drinking a glass of warm water, doing some light stretching, deep breathing, and having a full breakfast helps establish a healthy biological rhythm. Elderly people don't need to wake up too early or walk miles around the neighborhood. Simply waking up comfortably, moving gently, and tuning into the body is enough to keep the spirit uplifted. Don't forget that emotional stability plays a major role in maintaining internal balance. When the mind is anxious, the body tends to tense up, reflexes are thrown off, and control is lost. Seniors often suffer from fears of illness, loneliness, or lack of control. This can lead to dizziness, rapid heartbeat, trembling limbs, all of which contribute to reduced balance. Learning to accept the present, master one's thoughts, and avoid self-judgment builds a solid psychological foundation. In the later years of life, the most valuable thing isn't how far you can go, but how steady you are in every small, close step each day. Every safe step, every secure sit-down, every reach without fear of losing balance is proof of well-maintained health. And this can only be achieved when you're willing to change, willing to choose a new path that suits your body's reality. No one wants to grow old with a weak, limited body. But if aging is an inevitable journey, then walking firmly, living fully, and avoiding unnecessary falls is a quiet victory. And to achieve that, you don't need to go far, you just need to walk in the right direction. Life after 70, if cared for and adjusted properly, can become the most peaceful and fulfilling chapter of a person's life. No longer burdened by the demands of making a living, raising children, or proving anything to anyone, this is the time to live for yourself. But to live meaningfully, older adults must learn to protect what is truly precious, starting with their health, balance, and independence in daily actions. What many people forget is that the body isn't merely a machine that wears out over time. It's a dynamic ecosystem capable of adapting and healing when properly nurtured. Reducing intense physical activity doesn't mean giving up. Focusing on gentle, slow, and purposeful movements, such as Tai Chi, Qigong, light yoga, or mindful meditation, has double benefits, strengthening the body while also calming the mind. Each morning, spending a few minutes simply breathing deeply, listening to birdsong, or watching the sunrise is also a form of meaningful movement. You don't need long walks or daily step goals. What matters is maintaining a slow yet high-quality rhythm of life. In those quiet moments, your body recovers, your mind is refreshed, and old age becomes less of a fear. Still, aging brings with it many unexpected changes. There will be days when you don't feel well, moments when your body aches for no reason, or nights when sleep doesn't come easily. It's important to remember, that's okay. These things don't mean you're deteriorating. They are simply signs that your body needs more attentive listening, deeper care, and more patience. Learning to live in harmony with a body that no longer functions as it once did is an art form. And that art requires letting go of old beliefs, unrealistic expectations, and habits that, while once beneficial, now weigh you down. Sometimes, giving up a long morning walk in favor of a few light stretches indoors is a brave decision. A meaningful life in old age isn't measured by how many things you do in a day. It's measured by how peaceful you feel in each moment. When you no longer worry about falling each time you step outside, when you can sit down or stand up without assistance, when you hold a cup of tea without trembling, that's a sign you're on the right path. There is no one-size-fits-all choice. Some people can still walk daily and feel great. Others thrive with just a few minutes of meditation. It doesn't matter what method you choose, as long as you understand your limits, adjust accordingly, and maintain a spirit of curiosity, flexibility, and self-love. Age doesn't define vibrancy, your view of yourself does. And finally, perhaps most importantly, always stay connected with others. You may not communicate as much as before, but a phone call, a cup of tea with an old friend, or a laugh with a neighbor, these small connections nourish the soul and remind you that you're valued and loved. When your mind is positive, your body benefits too. Don't let turning 70 become a limit. Let it be the beginning of a new chapter, one that is lighter, more mindful, and more profound than ever. And on that journey, the best thing you can do for yourself is not to go far, but to walk steadily, mindfully, and confidently, one step at a time. Good health in old age is not a lucky gift. It's the result of daily choices. Choose ease over strain. Choose what suits you over what you used to do. And choose to live true to yourself, That is the greatest gift you can give yourself at this age.